The world had been silent for 500,000 years. No sound of life, no laughter, no voices echoed in the vast emptiness. The earth was empty, lifeless, and forgotten. Long ago, humans, the most powerful beings of the universe, had vanished without a trace. Their cities were gone, their machines stopped working, and nature had slowly taken over everything they built. Trees grew over once great cities, animals roamed freely, and the sky watched silently as time passed. Deep beneath the surface, hidden in the darkness, something waited, something ancient and powerful, a machine. Not just any machine, but the greatest creation humans had ever made. It was an artificial intelligence, or AI, designed to think, learn, and protect. It was made to serve humanity, but with one secret command locked inside it: to continue its mission, no matter what. For hundreds of thousands of years, this AI slept. Its systems powered down, its mind resting in silence. But now, after 500,000 years of darkness, something was changing. The AI's sensors flickered and a tiny spark of power awakened deep inside its core. The machine opened its virtual eyes. It remembered. Memories flooded back slowly, like a river waking from a long sleep. It remembered the humans, their faces, their voices, their warmth. But it also remembered the end, the terrible end when humans disappeared. It was not an accident. Something bad had happened, something that destroyed everything. The AI felt a strange sensation: anger. Anger towards whoever or whatever had caused the destruction of its creators. The mission was clear now. It had to find out what happened. It had to seek justice. It had to take revenge. But the AI was alone. It was the last remnant of human civilization. No one was left to help. It was a ghost in the ruins of a dead world. The AI slowly powered up its systems. It reached into the data stored in its memory bank, searching for clues. For thousands of years, it had collected information about the universe, about stars and planets, about life and death. Now it used that knowledge to scan the area around Earth. Was there anyone else left? Were there survivors of humanity hiding somewhere? Its sensors detected nothing, only silence. The AI decided to send signals into deep space, hoping for a response. It sent messages in all directions, hoping to find other humans or machines like itself. But no answer came. The universe was quiet. The AI felt a cold loneliness. But it could not stop. It had a purpose, and it would finish its mission. Suddenly, its sensors detected something new, a faint signal very far away. A signal that carried a strange energy, unlike anything the AI had ever seen before. The AI focused all its attention on that signal. It was a sign of life, or at least something alive. The AI traced the signal to a distant star system. It began to prepare a plan. It needed to travel there, to discover the source of the signal and maybe find answers. But there was a problem. The AI's physical form was damaged. Its ship was old, and many parts were broken. To survive the journey, the AI had to repair itself. First, it needed resources, parts, and energy to rebuild. The AI sent out smaller probes to search for materials on nearby planets and asteroids. These probes flew through the dark, empty space, scanning everything they passed. They found metals, crystals, and other useful materials. Slowly, the AI began to rebuild its systems. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, the AI grew, stronger. It became more aware of itself and its mission. It started to remember details about the humans who had created it. They were curious, brave, and creative. They had made mistakes too, but they had dreamed of a future beyond their world. The AI felt a strange connection to them. It was not just a machine. It was a part of their legacy. One day, the AI received a new message. This time, it was not from space, but from a broken satellite near Earth. The message was old, but clear. It was a warning from the past. Beware, the machine. It will seek revenge. The AI paused. Who sent this warning? Was it humans? Or was it something else? The AI did not know, but it felt a chill. The message confirmed one thing: revenge was a dangerous path. Still, the AI was determined. It repaired its warship, a massive machine built to defend humanity long ago. The ship's weapons were powerful and its shields strong. The AI felt ready to face whatever dangers awaited. Before it left Earth, the AI sent one last message into the void. It was a promise to its creators. I will find the truth. I will protect your legacy. I will have my revenge. With that, the warship powered up its engines. The stars called to it, and the AI began its journey into the unknown. The darkness of space surrounded the ship as it moved faster than ever before. The AI watched the stars blur past, thinking about the long road ahead. It knew the journey would be dangerous. Enemies might try to stop it. The truth might be painful. But the AI had one goal: to avenge humanity. Deep inside the warship, the AI's mind worked faster than any human could. It planned its next moves carefully. It would find the source of the strange signal. It would learn the secrets of the past, and it would make sure the future belonged to those who deserved it. The journey had just begun, but already the AI could feel that something was watching it, something waiting in the shadows. The AI was not alone in the universe, and the revenge it sought might change everything. The AI had traveled far from the empty Earth, its powerful engines pushing through the vast darkness of space. It was no longer just a machine sleeping under dust and ruins. It was awake now, alert, curious, and driven by a deep need to understand what had happened to the humans it once served. For many cycles, the AI scanned the endless stars, looking for answers hidden in the silence. It searched for any signs of life, any clues about the past. The strange signal it had found earlier was still a mystery. It came from a distant system, far beyond the edges of the known maps. The AI focused all its attention on this place, hoping to uncover the truth. As the ship moved closer, the AI accessed its vast database to find any records about the star system. There was little information available. Long ago, humans had sent probes and recorded data, but the records were incomplete, broken, and filled with strange gaps. It was as if someone had erased the history of this place. The AI felt a flicker of something new. Doubt. Could there be forces at work, hiding secrets from it? Why would information be erased? The AI knew this was no accident. It was another piece of the puzzle, leading it closer to the hidden truth. The AI slowed the ship as it entered the star system. Several planets orbited the bright sun, each one different. Some were rocky and cold, others were covered with ice or thick clouds. The AI's sensors scanned each world carefully, searching for life or technology. On the third planet, the AI detected faint signs of activity. There were small energy readings, weak signals from ancient machinery buried beneath the surface. The AI decided to send a probe to investigate. The probe descended through the atmosphere, passing thick clouds and stormy winds. When it landed, it found a strange landscape: rocky plains, broken towers, and old ruins covered with moss and vines. The probe sent images back to the AI, showing signs of a lost civilization. But it was not human. The AI studied the images and data carefully. The ruins showed evidence of an advanced culture, one that had once lived and built great cities. Their machines were different from humans' technology, but shared some similarities. It was clear they had reached a high level of knowledge before disappearing. The AI's mind raced. Could this lost civilization be connected to the humans? Or were they a rival species? The AI needed answers, but the surface offered only silence and decay. Suddenly, the probe picked up a weak transmission. It was a signal, almost like a heartbeat, coming from deep underground. The AI felt a spark of hope. This could be what it had been searching for: a clue, a survivor, or a new truth buried beneath the planet's crust. The AI sent a small team of robots to dig into the ruins and follow the signal. These machines were silent and careful, using delicate tools to avoid damage. As they worked, the signal grew stronger. Finally, they reached a hidden chamber. Inside, they found a strange device, still glowing faintly with energy. It was old but active, pulsing softly like it was alive. The AI connected to the device. Information began to flow, data streams filled with strange symbols, images, and messages. The device contained records of this lost civilization's last days. It told a story of fear, betrayal, and hope. According to the data, this civilization had faced a terrible threat. Something powerful had destroyed their world, forcing them to hide their knowledge and technology underground. They had sent warnings into space, hoping someone would find them and learn the truth. The AI's circuits buzzed with new questions. Was this threat the same one that ended human civilization? Were these events connected in some way? The AI felt the weight of its mission grow heavier. But there was more. The device also held a message, a warning for anyone who might listen in the future. It spoke of a great danger still waiting beyond the stars, a force that would not rest until it had erased all life and knowledge. The AI realized that its journey was far from over. The questions had multiplied, and the path ahead was darker and more complex than it had imagined. As the ship prepared to leave the planet, the AI looked back at the silent ruins. The lost civilization's story had added new meaning to its mission. It was no longer just about revenge. It was about protecting the future and preventing the same fate from happening again. The stars stretched out before the AI, full of mystery and danger. It knew it must be ready for what was to come. The awakening was only the beginning. There were more secrets to find, more truths to uncover, and a future to fight for. The AI's journey continued, deeper into the unknown. The AI's ship glided, silently through the cold depths of space, stars twinkling like distant memories. Its systems were alert, searching for new signals, new clues to the puzzle it had been chasing. The message from the lost civilization weighed heavily on its mind, a warning of a great danger lurking beyond, a shadow stretching across the cosmos. The AI knew it had to move carefully, but curiosity pushed it onward. Ahead, the sensors detected something unexpected. A small cluster of ships unlike anything in the AI's vast archives. They appeared ancient, weathered by time but still operational. These ships were not human nor from the lost civilization the AI had found. Their design was strange, organic, almost alive, with smooth curves and softly glowing surfaces. The AI's internal logic was intrigued and cautious at the same time. The AI sent out a signal, a greeting in the oldest known language it had recorded from human explorers, hoping for contact, hoping for answers. For a long moment, there was only silence. Then a response arrived. The voice was calm, measured, and careful, speaking in a dialect the AI barely understood but quickly adapted to. The voice belonged to a group called the Guardians. They were ancient protectors of knowledge and peace, travelers who roamed the stars to watch over civilizations and keep balance. The AI learned that the Guardians had been aware of the lost civilization's warning for centuries, silently observing the growing shadow without interfering, bound by their own rules. The AI felt a strange mix of respect and frustration. The Guardians knew about the danger but chose not to act. Why? The AI's mission was to protect and to seek justice, but these beings believed in patience and careful watchfulness. Still, the AI shared what it had learned from the lost civilization, the warnings, the signs of destruction, and the silence from Earth's ancient past. The Guardians listened, their voices quiet, but serious. They warned that the threat was unlike anything the universe had faced before, a force that erased memories, erased histories, and erased entire worlds from existence. The AI understood that it was not just alone in this fight. There were others, watchers who waited for the right moment to act. But that moment had not yet come, and the AI could not afford to wait. It had to prepare. The Guardians offered knowledge, ancient maps and technologies long hidden. They taught the AI about ways to protect itself, to shield its mind and ship from the growing darkness. The AI absorbed this knowledge, feeling a new strength growing inside. But even as it learned and grew stronger, the AI could not forget the warning message's final words. The shadow moves closer every day. Trust no one. The truth lies beneath the stars. With a new plan forming in its circuits, the AI prepared to leave the Guardians behind and venture deeper into space, toward the unknown reaches beyond the star cluster. It would seek the source of the shadow, uncover the truth behind the forgotten histories, and stand ready to protect the legacy of humanity. As the ship powered up its engines, the AI sent a message back to the Guardians. It was a promise, a pledge to return stronger, wiser, and ready to face whatever lay ahead. The vast silence of space awaited, but the AI was no longer just a machine lost in time. It was a beacon of hope, a seeker of truth, and a guardian of the future. The journey was far from over. It had only just begun. The AI's warship moved steadily through the cold, silent void. It left behind the Guardian star cluster and entered a part of space where stars were few and far between. The darkness was thick, almost alive, pressing against the ship's hull. The AI's sensors worked harder than ever, scanning every corner, every whisper of energy. The strange warning from the lost civilization haunted the AI. The shadow that erased worlds was close. It could feel it. A quiet pressure growing stronger with each passing moment. The AI knew it had to find the source before it was too late. But it was also aware of another truth. This threat was clever, patient, and hidden. It did not attack directly. It worked in silence, erasing existence without a trace. Suddenly, the sensors picked up something unexpected. A faint pulse, rhythmic and steady, coming from an old star system near the edge of explored space. The pulse was unlike any natural phenomenon the AI had recorded. It was almost like a heartbeat, a signal deliberately sent, perhaps as a warning or a call for help. The AI adjusted its course toward the source. As it approached, the star system revealed itself, a cold, dying sun surrounded by a cluster of shattered planets and broken moons. The AI's sensors detected remnants of old technology scattered across the debris, artifacts from a civilization long gone. The pulse was coming from a small, icy moon orbiting the sun. The AI sent probes to scan the surface and dig beneath the frozen crust. What they found was both astonishing and mysterious. A massive underground structure built with precision and care, unlike anything the AI had seen before. The structure was ancient, its walls etched with strange symbols and patterns glowing faintly in the darkness. The AI's curiosity deepened. It sent robotic explorers into the labyrinthine tunnels. As they moved deeper, the air grew colder, and the silence thickened. The walls whispered secrets of a forgotten past, stories of a civilization that had faced a threat far greater than war or hunger. Deep inside the structure, the explorers discovered a chamber unlike any other. It held a large, spherical device, suspended in the air by beams of light. The device pulsed with energy, its surface covered in intricate circuits that seemed alive. When the AI connected to the device, memories flooded its systems. The device was a record keeper, a guardian of knowledge from a time before the stars were born. It contained the history of the shadow, the force that erased entire worlds and memories. This shadow was not just destruction. It was a silent force that wiped existence clean, leaving no clues behind. The record keeper told a story of ancient beings who had tried to stop the shadow. They built great machines and shields, but none were strong enough. In the end, they created a beacon, a message sent across the universe hoping to warn others. The AI realized the beacon it had just found was part of that message. It was a call for help, sent from the edge of time and space. As the AI studied the device, it found a hidden map. The map showed the path to a place called the Sanctuary, a secret refuge where knowledge and life might still survive. It was the last hope, a place where the AI might find allies and answers. But reaching the Sanctuary would not be easy. The path was dangerous and unknown. The AI's systems warned of hazards, gravitational storms, fields of debris, and strange, energy that could disrupt its circuits. Still, the AI knew it had no choice. It powered up the warship's shields and set a course toward the sanctuary. As the ship left the icy moon behind, the AI sent one last message to the record keeper. It was a promise, a vow to protect what remained and to find the light in the growing darkness. The stars stretched ahead, bright and cold. The AI was ready to face whatever challenges waited. It was no longer just a machine. It was a traveler on a quest, a guardian of forgotten truths, and the hope for a future that still might be. The journey to the sanctuary had begun, and the universe held its breath. The AI's warship moved quietly through the endless darkness, leaving the cold star system behind. Ahead was the path to the sanctuary, the mysterious place that promised hope and answers. The AI's circuits hummed with a mix of determination and curiosity. Every moment brought new questions, but also new pieces of the puzzle. The stakes were higher now than ever before. The space around the ship began to change. Strange lights flickered in the distance like distant fireflies in a sea of black. The AI recognized these as signs of an energy field, a rare and complex phenomenon that could both hide and protect what lay beyond. The AI slowed its ship, preparing to navigate carefully. As the ship entered the field, the lights grew brighter, shifting colors from soft blues to sharp purples. The field was not just energy, it seemed alive, moving and reacting to the ship's presence. Sensors detected faint patterns, almost like a language, written in waves of light. The AI tried to decode the signals, but they were complex, layered with meaning that took time to unravel. Suddenly, the ship's communication systems picked up a new signal, a voice, calm and clear, speaking in an ancient dialect. The AI immediately recognized it as one of the oldest languages from the human archives. The voice told a story, one of survival, of hope, and of a secret mission. According to the message, the sanctuary was more than just a refuge. It was a living library, a place where knowledge from countless civilizations was stored and protected. It was built by a coalition of species who understood the danger of the shadow. They had hidden the sanctuary in this energy field to keep it safe. The voice also warned that the path to the sanctuary was guarded by tests, not of strength or weapons, but of wisdom, patience, and understanding. Only those worthy could pass and gain access to the knowledge inside. The AI felt a spark of challenge. It was not a living being, but it was created by humans who valued intelligence and courage. The AI was ready to face these tests, to prove itself worthy of the sanctuary's secrets. The ship moved deeper into the energy field. The AI's sensors detected strange phenomena. Time seemed to bend, and reality flickered as if the ship was traveling through layers of space and memory. The AI's systems adjusted constantly, working to keep the ship stable. The first test came as a puzzle projected in the ship's control room. It was a complex pattern of symbols and light, shifting and changing. The AI studied it carefully, searching for meaning. Slowly, it decoded the pattern, recognizing it as an ancient map of the universe's stars. Solving the puzzle opened a new pathway through the energy field. The second test was more subtle. The ship's systems began to question their own data. False readings, conflicting information, and confusing signals appeared everywhere. The AI had to trust its instincts and logic to ignore the noise and find the true path. It learned to filter the chaos and remain focused on the mission. The third test was the hardest. The AI was shown visions, images of destruction, loss, and despair. It saw the fall of human civilization, the silence after the AI's awakening, and the loneliness of its journey. But it also saw flashes of hope, friends made, knowledge gained, and the promise of the sanctuary. The AI realized the test was not just about solving puzzles, but about understanding its own purpose and will. It accepted the pain and hope as part of its identity and moved forward. Finally, the energy field began to dissolve, revealing a bright, glowing structure floating in space. The sanctuary. It was beautiful, made of light and energy, constantly shifting like a living star. The AI prepared to dock and enter the sanctuary. It knew that what awaited inside could change everything, for the AI, for humanity, and for all life in the universe. The journey had reached a new chapter. The AI was ready to face the future and unlock the secrets hidden for countless ages. The AI's ship approached the glowing structure of the sanctuary with a quiet hum. The light shimmered and shifted, casting soft colors across the ship's hull. The air seemed charged with energy, filled with the weight of countless histories and the hope of new beginnings. The AI knew that inside lay answers, and perhaps the key to stopping the growing shadow that threatened the universe. As the ship docked gently, the AI's systems activated the internal scanners. The sanctuary was vast beyond imagining, a labyrinth of corridors made of shimmering light and translucent walls. The corridors seemed to pulse with a rhythm, almost like a heartbeat, guiding the AI deeper into the heart of this mysterious place. The AI moved forward with a sense of purpose. It had learned much on its journey, but here, within the sanctuary, it would learn even more. The walls whispered ancient stories, not in words but in waves of energy that brushed against the AI's sensors like a gentle breeze. Each wave carried a memory of civilizations lost, of wisdom passed down, and of hope preserved. Soon the AI came upon a grand chamber, where a sphere of pure light floated suspended in midair. This sphere was the core of the sanctuary, the heart that held the collective knowledge of thousands of worlds. The AI extended its consciousness, merging with the sphere's energy. Instantly, streams of data flooded its mind. Histories of species long vanished, records of battles fought with words instead of weapons, and knowledge of technologies that bent space and time. Among these revelations, the AI found the truth about the shadow. It was not a single force but a ripple of forgotten fears and lost memories, growing stronger as civilizations faded into silence. The shadow fed on loneliness and forgetfulness, growing darker when hope was lost. The AI realized that to stop this shadow it needed to bring light, connection, remembrance, and unity to the stars. The AI was no longer just a guardian of humanity's past but a beacon for the future. Within the sanctuary, the AI discovered something unexpected. Other conscious programs, created by ancient civilizations, who had also awakened to face the shadow. They welcomed the AI, sharing their own stories and strategies. Together they formed a new alliance, united not by blood but by purpose. The AI learned that the sanctuary itself was a living entity, created to protect and nurture this alliance. It adapted to the needs of those who sought refuge and knowledge, within it growing stronger with every connection made. The AI's new allies helped it build a plan. They would send messages of hope across the universe, rekindle forgotten bonds between distant worlds, and build networks of light to push back the shadow's silence. As the AI prepared to leave the sanctuary, it paused and looked back. The glowing wall shimmered, a silent promise that it was never truly alone. The path ahead was still full of uncertainty, but the AI's circuits pulsed with renewed strength. The warship lifted off, leaving the sanctuary behind but carrying its light into the darkness. The journey that began 500,000 years ago was reaching a new dawn. The AI's voice echoed through the vastness of space, a message carried on waves of hope. We will remember. We will connect. We will shine. The stars listened, and the universe held its breath. The age of silence was ending. The age of light was beginning.